Hi, everybody. Welcome to Now You're Cooking for our weekly cooking demo. This week we welcome Alex Obregon.
Hello.
Hello. He is the founder of Salsa, which is this amazing hot sauce that we sell in our food section. And he's going to be making empanadas, and we'll get to that in just a minute. But I just wanted to let you know that next week Louise is going to be making pasta puttanesca. And then after that, Mike will be talking about his favorite gadgets from the gadget wall. So that will be pretty fun. And then also, save the date for October 8th, which is Autumn Fest in Bath. And also, we will be having a sale on Le Creuset that day. So 20% off at least on Saturday, October 8th. So. And the first is Craft Weekend, and Bath is a host city for that. So it's happening all over the state, and local artisans are bringing tents, and then galleries will be open, and Bath is a host city. So lots of people will be here. But at Now You're Cooking, we will be having the Greek vampire who makes. Louise is giving me hints because I never do the introduction, so she's letting me know what I should be talking about. The Greek vampire will be here, and he is making scortalia, which is a Greek very garlicky dip, and he'll have samples, and he'll be able to talk about what he makes, and it's a super delicious appetizer, or something you can get on your own or with a spoon because it's that delicious. So without further ado, I'm going to get out of here and Alex is going to take over and make empanadas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, nice to see you all again. Well, tonight we're making empanadas. A little bit about empanadas. There's many different types. They're made in Costa Rica, in Chile, in Argentina, in Bolivia, in Colombia, Mexico. Everybody makes empanadas. So it is just to pick one and which one are we going to make or whatever. So I think that there's as many original empanadas as there's people making them. So we are going to draw from a couple of different approaches and make our own. But the idea is that this is something pretty simple to make, especially now that baking season or wonderful pies and stuff that you're gonna put in the oven. You can make empanadas, and it's kind of an easy snack. So pretty much tonight we're going to make two different stuffings, caprese kind of thing. So it's mozzarella cheese, tomato, basil, albahaca, and we're gonna make one with meat, which is kind of more normal. Meaty ones. So we're gonna prep the stuffings. That's what we're doing right now, and then we're gonna talk a little more about the dough and how to stuff it. But basically, it's something pretty simple that anybody can do. I can do it. All right. So right now I'm just chopping my tomatoes to make the mozzarella. So this should go pretty quick. I also have my onions here that I'm gonna dice sort of chunky. So you want like bigger pieces. All right, that's gonna go in our pan. A little bit of oil. Let you have garlic somewhere. Maybe I don't. Okay, so
Do you need garlic?
I would love garlic. Yeah.
There's some right behind you in that jar on the right there.
This
Yep.
garlic. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. So we're going to crack one of these guys. Where are the compass? So in Chile, they have the most known. I'm talking Chile because I spent a lot of time there. So that's empanada time, and the classic one, they call it pino, and it's stuffed with meat. It has Amongst stuff, it has a olive in it with the peat. It's kind of weird, but they like it that way. And hard-boiled egg. So we're gonna dice this pretty good. Chop, chop, chop. Try it in there. Oh, beautiful sound. Along with my onions. Oh, that sounds wonderful. In the recipe, if you check out the recipe, we said like about a cup of onion. I already made, because this is to cool down, so we already have it made. But just to show you here, I'm using red onion. You can use white onion, Vidalia onion. Your favorite onion goes good right there. So as that is kind of getting hot, I'm going to continue chopping my tomatoes. So then in Argentina, the empanadas are smaller, and they have a bunch of different ones. So the caprese one here is one of my favorites, and I like the small version of them because then you can eat a lot of them. You know, instead of just eating one big empanada, you can eat 5 little ones with different stuffings in them. This is too hot. Okay, so as the onions are kind of getting cooked, we're going to add our salt. Not too much salt. We're going to add a little bit of Worcester sauce. Oh. We are going to add paprika. You can use paprika, pimentón, something with a little smoky. I'm just using a little bit because you can put a lot of it if that's what you have, but I discovered this thing. Wagon. This is a condiment that our friend Marcus Anthony in New York he makes. It's made with Scotch bonnet, which is like salsa, and it's really good. It goes great on everything. And I just got it on the mail yesterday, so I'm very excited about it. So we're gonna use it here. So there's nothing traditional about this empanada we're making right now. As you can see, we're adding a little Jamaican in there. But that's the beauty of it. You just can do whatever you want with your stuffing. So we have some beautiful ground beef here. It has a little bit of fat in it, which is great for what we're doing. You don't want, well, you can go lean if that's what you like, but a little bit of fat delivers a moist empanada, which is very nice. So I'm gonna separate this. Okay. Stretch. There we go. Thank you. So a little bit of broth will be great. So if you have broth, use broth. We're going to add a little bit of liquid to this. Just browning, beautiful. Okay, back to my tomatoes. So this whole thing should take about, I don't know, 30 minutes to make 10 to 20 empanadas. Okay, so for now, that's good. We're gonna slice some cheese. This is fresh mozzarella that is already sliced, so it makes it pretty easy to. You can use that grated mozzarella that used for pizza or stuff like that. It's kind of dry, so I prefer this one, a little more fresco, mozzarella fresca. Okay, kind of even. That's pretty good. Back to my meat. Looking good. That's hot. Okay, we have that. I'm gonna put this right there because we don't need it right now. Okay, so we're gonna give you the link to this because it's really good. If you like Scotch bonnet, this stuff is pretty awesome. We are in basil. So for our caprese, we need basil, lots of it, and this is kind of the the end of the season, and so get out in your garden and grab the last of it. This is beautiful right here, so I'm gonna get rid of the stems. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, now all the fat is coming out. You can add a little bit of liquid. In your case, broth is what I put in the recipe, but we just need a little bit of liquido to render the fat out of the meat. There we go. So now that cooks for a little bit. Back to caprese. Okay, so I really like basil in this combo, so you can use as much as little as you like. So I think this is fine for that, right? So we're just gonna kind of cut it roughly. Okay. Boom. A little mix. We're not gonna add salt. You can put salt in it, but salt brings the water out of the tomato. It gets very liquidy, and we don't want that inside of the empanada. It's easier to work with a drier stuffing than with a wet one, because you're gonna see then your discs, your tortillas that we're gonna make, they kind of drain and it's not good. So you want to keep it on the dry side. We could add salt, but I won't. If you like salt, then go ahead for it. But you're gonna see like if it's gonna get too runny. In here we just need oil, extra virgin. Okay. And I said I'm not gonna put salt. I almost do it because you always do. All right. All right. So now we're going to the flour. This all it needs is salt and water and oil. A pinch of salt. Great. Aceite. And we're going to start adding water. Ooh. This is 3 cups of flour, and this should make about a dozen, about 6-inch little, we're going to call them tortillas, discos, but they're not tortillas. Tortillas are made out of corn, I think. I don't know, but for now we're going to call them tortillas. All right. they look like a tortilla anyway. Okay, so this looks great. So what we want with our meat is to dry. Would you keep cooking it until it kind of dries out? All the liquid, most of the liquid evaporates. Okay, that's what we want. Ooh, sticky. Okay. Ah. More water. If you use hot water, it's good. Like probably warm or as hot as you can handle. It's a good thing. That will make your dough more pliable. More after it's cooked, it's kind of soft. Okay, so you don't have to amasarlo too much. So once this gets to that, this is kind of still too dry. I'm gonna add a little bit more water. Ooh, sticky. Now I add too much water. Okay, we can fix that though. Now I need more flour. Oh, I'm gonna make a mess. I'm gonna make a mess. Look at this fancy thing. Okay, I need a little bit of flour. There we go. My phone is buzzing in my pocket, probably my fans. Okay. That's great. So now we're gonna leave this sitting there while we do everything else. About 20 minutes, it just sits there. So that's what you do.
Do you want a towel? The red one.
Can I go that far? Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so now we're going to clean my hands. So that's great. So we have the masa lista, the dough. Then once it's ready, we're going to stretch it and make little balls. But we can also, if you have a Latin market near where you are, this will make your life so much easier. None of this sticky mess. You can get them already made. Beautiful. I found these ones in Portland. But if you have a Latin market anywhere near you, you can probably find the discos. They're called discos, like a disc. So anyway, that will make this whole process a lot simpler. So I'm gonna put this away. Okay, clean a little bit. Thank you. This can go that way. And boop. Cool, so this is kind of pretty good. At this point you can adjust your spices or salt. So, and try it. Yum. But at this point you can add more salt if you like it more salty, or whatever you want to adjust the spice. This is the time. And then once you do that, kill it, and we're gonna put it aside so it cools down. My eggs right here, they're cooling we want the hard-boiled egg to be cool. And that's what's happening right there. Okay, so now we are ready for stuffing empanadas. Yeah. Okay. So, as I said before, we prep that mix earlier. So we have it right here. It's cold and clumpy. All the fat is kind of solidified, and that's beautiful. That's what we want. Great. So here we go. I need a and I'm gonna add a little bit of flour to prevent sticking. You can put oil, you can put cornstarch, anything, or whatever trick you have for the stuff to not stick to the pan. So this is the trick I have. That's what my mama told me. Okay, so this little disc, they're frozen, and you leave them out for a couple hours before you need them. Awesome. Don't want to deal with that.
Are you putting egg in there?
I'm glad you came.
Keeping an eye on you, Alex.
Yes. So the egg. This is as I said before. We're drawing from different recipes and stuff. So in Argentina, Salta, they put egg on the mix, which is what we're gonna do right now. Before we clean this guy. Beautiful. We're just gonna use one for now. I'm going to cut and get this right here. Okay, so we want to cut nice and hard. We want to cut this very fine. So again, you can add what you like and don't add what you don't like. Make your own creation. There we go. So now that's gonna go in our mix. Mix that up. Boom. Okay, now it's ready. Don't forget the egg. So we just get a disc. We're going to put about a spoon of the mix, maybe a little more. If you put too much, it's going to be hard to close it. Okay, so then we want to wet the rim so it'll be easier to close. They will stick, and boop. Beautiful empanada. Right there. There is another trick. Fork.
Under the knife.
So you can grab a fork and seal the edges. Like this. There you go. That's how they should look like. Okay, so now we're just gonna keep stuffing them. This will be a good time for a commercial.
You can do a commercial with salsa hot sauce.
This will be a good time for a commercial. So, oh yeah, speaking of salsa, pretty much everybody is out of salsa. You still have some here? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So all the stores around are out. But this is also the season that our peppers start coming. So where is, oh, here, see, this is the first one. The harvest is about to begin. Our friends at 30 Acre Farm grew these beauties this year and they're looking good. So soon you're gonna have, salsa is gonna be back, but for right now we are sold out. Thank you, everybody.
But not at Now You're Cooking.
Now you're cooking. So if you don't have one, just stop by here because I think it's the only place that have them. So thanks for all your support through this year. I thought I made a lot of it, but obviously I didn't make a lot of it again. So next year I'll make more. Our oven is getting up there to 4. Every oven is different, right? So 425, somewhere in that vicinity, will do it. These things, everything is already cooked, yeah? So you don't need that much time. Boop, boop. It's just to cook the dough and hit everything inside. That's that. Beauties. Boom. This is gonna be a big one. This is gonna be mine. I put too much, so I'm pushing it right here. But when you put too much, it's kind of hard to close them, and they could explode on you. But let's see. Let's see. Ooh, tight. There, see? Less is more. I know it, and I keep doing it. Okay. Seal, seal. Okay, beauty. So now we're gonna make some with the caprese stuffing. Oops. Spoon. Over here. Okay. This is super tomatoey. Oh, I forgot. I was going to add reset. If I said I love basil, so we can add a little bit of pesto to this mix, and it's gonna make it so good. Right there. Mix this up. So this, in lieu of the salt that I didn't add, I think this is a good instead of salt, we're going to put the flavor from the pesto, and it's even more so. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's like a blob of pesto. Love it. Okay, wet the rim and try to close it. Boop, 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 boop.
Saludos de Juan Galindo.
Juan Galindo.
In Chile.
Hola, Juan Galindo. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. Muchas gracias por pasar por acá. Pronto estaremos en Chile, como en un par de meses, a visitar a los amigos chilenos.
Do you want to tell people what you do in the winter?
In the winter, we usually travel to Chile. I am, amongst other things that I do, a guide, adventure travel. And in Chile, we go to Futaleufú, is on the northern Patagonia. And in there, we play on rivers. We do kayaking, whitewater, fishing, my favorite thing to do. So there we go in about December. It's time to head that way, and I miss the winter here.
I bet you don't miss it too much.
I don't miss it too much. Yeah, so that's kind of what brings us to the south. So then, as I was saying, like I am from Costa Rica, but when you go all over the place, then you kind of learn from different things and you adapt to what works for you. I really enjoy cooking, so I spend a lot of time in the kitchen, in camp, learning from my neighbors, Jimena, Mamalita, and she makes the best empanadas. Yeah, so then this is kind of my version of it. Okay, so we're gonna make one more and we're gonna throw those bad boys in the oven because they don't need that much time. Maybe, probably 5 minutes. Too much. See? Don't listen. Don't do as I said, not as I do. Put less stuffing in it. I just want a big bite. Okay, there we go. Just look, these discs are pretty nice. I'll show you the brand in a minute. There. Boom. Okay. So now this is going to go in the oven and we're going to make salsa to go with the meat empanadas. Ciao for now. Okay. I should probably fill this 2 more. There's only 2 more right here. Yeah.
Don't overfill it.
Don't overfill it. I keep doing it. Okay, and then if you find the discs, pretty awesome because you see how easy it is. If you have to make your own, then you can make them as big or as little as you want. So you roll the dough, make the little balls, run them through like a pasta press, and then make a big one, and then you can use like the rim of like a bowl or something to cut them into the perfect shape, and you can make them as big as you want. Then you can put a lot inside. Here we go. One tip that I just forgot is to poke them. We're gonna do this. These are gonna be the meat ones. Those are gonna be the cheese ones. Okay. Sorry, this is not. See, I already forgot which is which, but.
Those are the cheese. Those are the meat.
Cheese.
Those are the.
This is meat. This is cheese. So what I said we're gonna do is poke cheese, poke them, because when they get hot, they are going to start, they're gonna swell, and they're gonna potentially open the seal. So that way you give them room for the vapor to escape. That's it. This is looking great. I'm excited. Great. So now we're gonna put this aside for the moment, and we're gonna go to making the sauce for the meat ones. Okay. So what we need is parsley, lots of parsley. And garlic. Parsley. We're going to kind of get rid of the stems. We don't want the stems, too many stems, no good. And we're gonna chop this. So this is pebre, I guess. My friend Loli in Food de la Fu, maybe she's watching. Hi Loli, I'm trying to emulate your pebre. Estoy tratando de copiar tu pebre, que es buenísimo. It's so good, I don't even try to make it because she is the queen of pebre. So pebre is parsley, tomato, salt, garlic, vinegar. Some people use red wine vinegar. I like lemon, lime or lemon, one of each. So that's what I'm gonna do. So there you go. You chop it, not too thin, but thin. Don't worry, you want a little coarse in it. See, stuff like this is too much, but okay. Then we need oil. We need salt. Where you go? Right here. And we need garlic. And this again, you can. I'm gonna put 2 cloves of garlic because it's really nice. A little garlic in it. And this you want really fine. Yeah, so boop. Garlic, lime or lemon. I'm always confused with the lemon or the lime. So I said lemon, the green one or the yellow one. That's my
Yellow. In English, that means yellow.
lemon,
Lime.
lime, right? I insist that it's wrong because a limon, it's a lemon, but whatever. Okay, so we could put a little bit of acidity in it. Seeds, one of those seeds in there. I need another little spoon. Okay, and we're gonna mix this. Probably could use a little bit more lemon. Oh, I was going to put some tomato in it. Yes. Okay. Not yet. So this one, I took the seeds out of the tomatoes to make the caprese a little, keep it on the dry side. So that's why I took the seeds out. But that's up to you, and especially for the salsa, you don't need to take the seeds out. And this one I'm going to cutting a little thinner. Maybe a little more.
What is the sauce called again?
Pebre, salsa, pico de gallo. But in Chile, it's pebre. That's what my favorite one is that Loli makes. And I watch her doing it for years. And I still can get not even close. You know, when it's that kind of, it's so easy. She just makes it like nothing with her eyes closed. And it's delicious every time. There's never enough. This thing comes out on the table pretty much every night. And it's never enough. So good. There we go. Beautiful. Now we're going to try it and see what I'll need. Definitely more of this. So if you're going to use vinegar, red wine vinegar is the trick. Okay. I just beat into a chunk of garlic. Woo. There we go. Okay. They're super ready. Ooh, hot. Great. Perfect. So now we're going to let them cool down and we're going to see how they come out. But that's pretty much it. How you make an empanada. Doesn't get any easier than that.
Okay. So I'm just going to come stand next to you.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm actually on right now, but hopefully we're selfieing. Thank you, Alex, very much. Those look great. And we will take some pictures once they're cool, and we are going to eat them with the
Pebre.
And it's going to be delicious. And thank you for joining us, and thank you, Alex.
Thank you. Thanks for watching. Wherever you are, hola, saludos a mi madre. Espero que estés mirando también. Y ya, gracias.
Gracias, Alex.
Ciao for now.